This is One on One. We are pleased to welcome two very special guests, Maria McKeon, Vice President of Mary's Place by the Sea, and our colleague Michele Gannon, President of Mary's Place by the Sea. Welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Mary's Place by the Sea is?
It's a cancer center for women who are in treatment or up to 1 year post-treatment.
Created in 2009 because?
We saw there was a need. Michele was sick with a flu and saw me at the gym and said, I had this idea, Maria, do you want to join me? And I said, yes, I'm with you. And it was to help people with a terminal illness get away from it all. And we really started to create this mission based on a conversation with each other about when a woman has a life-threatening disease or any kind of experience that they need help, and cancer being one of those things that we thought of, their house, their laundry list, they're always doing everything, and to take a step away and to really heal themselves from this experience. And that's really how we started to create this mission, really just with each other kind of brainstorming, and the puzzles of the pieces of the puzzle started really coming and forging together.
You know, we have some friends who have actually been there and spent some time there, and they talk beyond the services about the love and support and the empathy and compassion. Talk about some of the actual help that is provided.
All of the services were actually created because of sitting with the guests and asking them, where are their gaps? Where do you need support? What can we do? And we found resoundingly that it was the emotional support that they needed. So we started with oncology massage because that's a service that quiets them. We take them into the massage room. We have licensed practitioners who just give them a moment to, sometimes that's the first massage they've ever received, but what it does is it connects them back to their body. And then we
What do you mean by that?
Because through the medication, through the diagnosis, we have found that once diagnosed, sometimes it's outside of. It's a diagnosis, it's a screen, it's a stage, it's a cell, and you're forgetting the soul, the person it's attached to. And so what we do is we connect that person again and let them really feel. It is an emotional journey, one that must be taken, and that's taken with over 100 different volunteers. Many of them are survivors or thrivers, as they like to say, and they can sit with our guests and say, I have been down that road. I have taken that med. I have felt that way. Yes, it caused strain on my marriage. My children were suffering as well. And the emotional connection that starts to happen is where the healing begins.
And you've expanded. I mean, tell folks as we put up the site and your also Twitter information, I want people to understand the work you're doing, but also you've expanded.
Yes.
We have.
Describe it.
A beautiful home, a 10-bedroom home with their own bathrooms. We started out in a B&B, and that was just a 5-bedroom home that we rented. And then we moved to another facility that was as well a private residence, 5 bedrooms. But we saw the need and a wait list of guests that we needed to have. Yes, we are booked until January, and we needed handicap accessibility, and we needed a location, a larger kitchen. We needed a sanctuary that we could have different type of programming for us, and we like to encourage, journaling and guided imagery and different practices that we felt that would be beneficial to a person, and of course the ocean. So
By the sea.
By the sea.
That matters.
Yes.
It's healing.
It is.
By the way, the support you've gotten. John Bon Jovi.
Incredible.
Why?
What it is because for people to pick up the phone and say, we are recognizing what you're doing, and we want you to keep going. And we know you might need a little hand up. And that is what has been happening for the past 7 years. When Maria and I started the mission, we did not know where the next dollar was going to come from. But we just kept going. We kept driving forward because the women made us realize we need this. It might be a simple idea, but it is definitely serving them, and it's making an impact on their treatment, on their recovery, or for the women who don't recover, it helps them transition before they pass. We've seen so many women come through our doors, and I think that is what motivates us every single day. So we have dignity, and we are humble about it, but at the same time, we know that every dollar that comes there is going right back to these women, and they're grateful.
And the name of the name,
Right.
where's it come from?
It comes from the Blessed Mother. And we have to say, from the very beginning, people said, are you a religious organization? We said, we're non-denominational. But for us, Mary is a woman who she's humble, she's joyful, she had trust, but most of all, she loved. And that is the foundation of our mission, is to just love. We love women unconditionally. We don't judge them. Wherever they are, we meet them. And we say, you may not be able to walk through here, but we will carry you until you can. And that is what we do each and every day.
So it's 7 years, it'll be going on 8. What has this done for you?
Every morning I wake up grateful. Put my feet on the floor a little differently. I teach yoga. And fitness has been a part of my life, and wellness. And I don't take my health for granted. I try to instill everything and live each day like it's, not that it's like my last, but that it makes a difference. And this mission has changed the 4 children, the husband I have. I know it's changed Michele. It's changed those people that support the community as volunteers. It's made Ocean Grove really, I think, a better place. It is a healing mecca, and it is a community that's rallied and to support these women, because not only do we support the women, but we help those men, the caretakers.
It's changed your relationship?
Absolutely. And we couldn't do it without each other. And we have 2 very strong personalities, softer, harder here, and we work well together to make it happen each and every day. There are days that one of us may be more emotional than the other. Maybe we connect with a guest who we've lost, or maybe the situation in the dining room is just a bit too intense, and one will back up, the other one will go forward, and we seem to really be a great team.
You're an extraordinary team. You're very special women, and Mary's Place by the Sea is a godsend. The only place like this in the nation. Michele and Maria, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
We'll be right back right after this.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by the Russell Berry Foundation, Virtua, Partners for Health Foundation, Qualcare Inc., Johnson & Johnson, Kessler Foundation, and by ADP. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.